Alright, so welcome to week 2 of the Minor Battle League. The draft league that I'm in. And, I have a match in about 30 minutes here, so I'm going to quickly go over my team. It's a little bit different than last week, and I will actually be playing on cartridge this week, in the game. So, that's exciting. I struggled a bit to get the streaming stuff set up, but we got it here. We're good to go. The quality's not perfect, but it should be fine. Starting out, we've got our old friend Tapu Lele. We are running basically a similar set to last time. We got the aromatherapy, we got the focus blast, we got the moon blast, and the psychic. We have to, let me real quick go over the team that my opponent for this week has. The scariest things that he has are the Gallade, the Mega Gallade specifically, the Clefable, which is an incredibly powerful tank, pretty decent offenses, crazy utility. You can do Stealth Rack, you can do Wish Protect, you can do Heal Bell. Luckily for me, it can't do all three of those. And then we have Nidoking, which is, an offensive Pokemon that personally I'm a huge fan of. I use it a lot in OU. I have a lot of fun with it. It two-hit KOs everything in the tier. Except for Chansey, I guess. Other than that, they've got Ambipom, they've got Cloyster, they've got Skarmory. There's Goodra, which is going to be a pain in the ass to kill, but if I can get Clefable out of the way first, then I should be able to Toxic it down. He has Magmortar, but I'm not super concerned about it. Sorry about I'm looking at the light. My window is right here, as you can see from the way that the light is on my hands. It makes my face a little brighter than it needs to be. So, my apologies for that. So, I'm expecting something along the lines of Mega Gallade, Clefable, Goodra, Cloyster, Skarmory, Nidoking. I think that would probably be a fair way to run it. So, I brought Lele because it just fucks everything. That's the easiest way to put it. It does massive damage to every single thing that anything has. I can fuck up Skarmory with Focus Blast, same with Cloyster, so it beats both of his walls. I Oko Nidoking. I 2-hit KO, and I outspeed. Let me say real quick, I very specifically did, how many EVs was that? I want to say it was like 80 EVs. 60 speed EVs lets me outspeed both Ambipom and Gallade, and I want to say I 2-hit KO Gallade. So I can swap it in on a close combat or something. Close combat would be ideal because then I Oko it. And then I'm able to just deal massive damage back. Next we have Slowbro, which is, similar set as last time. I brought Thunder Wave just to either try and squeeze out more heal bells out of Clefable if it brings them, or to just try and cripple the Gallade. That would be really ideal if I can lower its speed. Same for Skarmory, because Skarmory is going to be kind of a pain in my ass, but as you'll see, I am prepared for it. We have Heatran, who is rocking the Ground EMZ. I actually brought my Z move this time, which is, hopefully going to come in useful. I thought about running Specs, but I decided in the end that having that one nuke would probably behoove me with some of the stuff that he's got available to him. I'm running Rocks on my Heatran, and I am running a full offensive set. And I'm doing that because I expect him to lead with his Rocker as well, which is either going to be Nidoking or Clefable. I think those are the only ones that can learn Rocks unless Goodra also gets it. But it gives me the advantage of, it just gives me a fucking, a bit of an initiative there, because if he sends out Clefable first, then that means that I can just do fucking massive damage to it if I wanted to. Because, Clefable does like 7% to Heatran. So that's good. I've got full Spatak, full speed, modest, just to do the big boy damage. And I'm running just Fire Blast Earth Power, because can't go wrong with that against his team. Then I've got Caesar, and a little bit of an interesting set here. I was spending a lot of time debating on how I wanted to how I wanted to do hazard control, because it was kind of an awkward position. I didn't really want to bring Rotom, but I didn't want to use Claydol because fuck Claydol. So I decided on a Life Orb Adamant Caesar set that also has Defog, because I figure the Bullet Punch and U-Turn is going to give me all the fucking utility that I need and all the damage that I'm going to need against any of his stuff. U-Turn does 60% against Gallade, I want to say, and he's full HP, full defense, so he doesn't take more than 20% or so against anything, or against anything from Gallade. So that gives me a strong matchup against Clefable as well. I have Mola, the classic. You know, I've grown to trust this Mola a lot. I'm running the OU set again, wherein it is 40 HP EVs, and then, fuck, what was it? 216 defense and 252 special attack. And then just Wish Tech, Scald, Knockoff. Because I needed someone to use Knockoff. I thought about running Tangela on this team, but I eventually decided that there really wasn't enough going for me to need a defensive grass type. You know, between all of his shit that he's got, it just didn't seem worth it. So, while I was looking at it, I said, you know what? He can't beat my my Vikavolt. And I forgot to give him the right moves. I'll fix that in a minute here. But he can't beat my Vikavolt when well, let me rephrase that. I don't want to say he can't beat it, but he has a pretty poor matchup against it. Because Vigavolt's got pretty good bulk. You know, it's 75, 90, 70, 75, 90, 75, something like that. And I realized that's pretty respectable. So I decided to just roll with that. Once I fix the moveset, it'll be Thunderbolt, Bug Buzz, Flash Cannon, and something. Energy Ball, maybe? I don't remember what I wanted. Volt Switch, probably. And, you know, he does big damage. He has Levitate, so he's really only Bug type defensively. But offensively, he has that Electric type available to him. The Shiny looks fucking gorgeous. And that's pretty much it for what I'm doing here. I went full HP, full special attack, because his speed doesn't matter, and he has 145 base attack, so why not let him do his thing, you know? Unfortunately, in my opinion, planning for this team was not nearly as straightforward as last week's team, you know, where there was the Greninja, and the Mamoswine, and the Venusaur, and all three of those were just kind of beat by Lele, but it's not as obvious this time, because he has a really powerful defensive core in Goodra and Clefable, and I'm really sure that Clefable is going to be coming in running that Wish Protect. And, you know, passing around those wishes could become concerning. Especially because I know that Cam, the guy that I'm playing against, he watched my match and he saw that I was doing the same thing. But in the end, I feel like I have the stronger Wish Tech. You know, it's not nearly as good at being defensive as Clefable is, but he has a very physical team. With the exception of Nidoking, I'm not really concerned about anything. So if I could probably just... Lele's going to do a lot of work. That's the important thing. It's going to be a pain to take out Goodra, but if I can wear down those heal bells, and if I could possibly just get big damage on Clefable and make it use up some of those wishes, it's going to be a long match, but I think that I can win it. So we'll go to the match in just a second here after I fix this. What's up, guys? The Bulldozer here, back with Week 2 Minor Battle League video, Pokemon Draft League. Unfortunately, I forgot to record my video, and we're going to go back through it in the Versus Recorder. And joining me, I have the two and only Hogman the Intruder, and what do you go by nowadays, Ryland? I don't...
Cut. Just Ryland now.
Yeah, just Ryland. What do you want me to call you in every video?
What? Call me Alias.
Alias, there you go. And I got Alias.
Call him Gay Boy.
There we go. Gay Boy Alias.
Alright, Link Battle versus Video Cam 22, the guy that runs the league.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's really exciting
to
for
get
you
our
guys.
shit stomped in.
So I went over my team in the team builder, he starts out with Gudra. It was Assault Vest Gudra, and at no point in this game... Oh man, look at that frame rate. At no point in this game was I able to beat his Gudra. So I start out by swapping to... I swap out to Caesar pretty immediately on the incoming Earthquake. And at this point, the question becomes, is he Assault Vest, and do I lose? And he was, and I do. So there goes my Defogger. I don't have any way to deal with his entry hazards. And that makes me lose another 2 or 3 mons that are coming in. So I bring out Slowbro, if only to try and find some way to stem the bleeding. And he immediately switches into Skarmory, I believe, which I predicted, which is why I go into Thunder Wave to try and get the paralysis.
Why not run 5 Nose Pass?
I didn't draft Nose Pass.
That's a good question.
I wanted to lose, so I didn't go with Nose Pass. Oh fuck! I just realized I forgot to turn on battle animations. That's not a big deal. You know, it's whatever.
Why is never mind.
What?
It's
No,
okay.
go ahead,
Why
ask.
is
I'm
the
just.
Why is the Slowpoke in his shell like that? What
Oh,
the fuck?
they added Mega Evolutions in the last game, so
Oh,
a select number of Pokemon get like a Super version or a Mega version.
Slowpoke.
that's the
This is
super
detriment.
version. He recessed back into his shell.
He has like 180 defense, man. Lay off. So I got my Assault Vest, fucking Assault Vest Vikavolt. He's a shiny boy. He was hard to breed for, let me tell you. I don't even remember what I did anymore because it was 2 days ago. I sent out my Alamomola, trying to get a possible Wish Pass off, but I don't really know.
What the fuck is
What?
that thing? Why
It's
does it have
a,
oven mitts on its
it's a
head?
fish. It's a fish, my man.
Red dick.
It's the all-star of my team. So he goes out into Gallade, and at this point I'm not sure if he's Swords Dance, if he's 4 attack. So I think the immediate move is to go on and switch out to my Lele, which you're gonna see here in a second. My Choice Scarf Aromatherapy Lele. And I stayed into Scald to see if I could get a burn, but he was Substitute, which I was not ready for, and he has like 115 special defense, so a single Scald from my Mola didn't hurt him. So now we're bringing out the Lele, and it's bad news bears for Big Bill. As he begins to Swords Dance up, I'm able to take out the Substitute here on the next turn, but the damage has kind of been done as he sends in a Thunder Punch, I believe.
Alright, I think we're a little late in the game for this, but how do you win?
So the point of the game, the opponent has 20 life points, and you want to take them down to 0, normally represented by a small 20-sided die. So he's got a, Lele did nothing to his Magmortar with that Moonblast, so he took me down to 11 with that Thunder Punch, and the Stealth Rocks means that Lele is now dead meat, which kind of is the end of the game for me. But the Caesar dying turn 2 was already the end of the game, and that critical hit was kind of like my one last chance at success. If I could start Wish Passing or something like that, maybe I would have an opportunity. But the Thunderbolt critical hit literally said, "No, Billy, you lose. That's it."
Billy's spirit was crushed that move.
It was. I wish that I'd recorded it properly. That was when I said, like, no, the game is over. Miraculously, though, I survived the whatever the fuck he just used. I finally decided to drop my Z move. I didn't bring one last week, but this time I brought the Ground EMZ. I used that Earth Power. I got that Tectonic Rage, whatever the fuck it was. He's got Nappy Jr. I didn't expect him to bring the Haunter, which embarrassed me because Haunter is kind of scary. But I figured if I could get Slowbro out there and I could try and land a Psyshock or something, I could have a chance at it. But Haunter's got pretty good special attack, so I was a little concerned about that. And then at this point, he knows the game is won. I know the game is won. He's just trying to protect his 5-0. Keep himself, have the most Pokemon alive at the end, so that he can, win with the best score for himself. He gets the Toxic off, and he's just stalling me out at this point. I gotta look for a double paralysis. Y'all got any input on this?
I think this move should be a no-brainer. Like, Starscream never does anything right, so
Yeah, seriously.
it should be an easy double paralysis.
There you go. See, there's one.
If you lose this game, it's completely because of how unskilled you are.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, you're right. Because to be
Supposed to be his
fair,
hype man. What the fuck?
I only won the first game because of my opponent being
Hard to
unskilled. It
play.
wasn't even good play by me.
He doesn't even know to run 5 nose pads. Can't even play the game.
It's not every day you can draft 5 nose passes. Right?
At this point, I just said, you know, I'm done with Lele. I just want this game to be over as fast as possible. I wrap it up by sending your boy back out. And he, again, trying to preserve the 5-0, he goes back out into Gudra. And, you know, my 145 special attack bug type does all of 10%. Because Gudra it has 150 special defense with Assault Vest, so it's got the equivalent of like 500 special defense. It's ridiculous, and I hate it. Good luck to everybody else on breaking that. I don't know if I've actually got anyone left alive. Yep. So that's that game. It was a little less than desirable, but I think my mistakes were pretty obvious. I expected him to be running Clefable, because Clefable is the best tank in the game, and the best Stealth Rock setter. And instead, I don't think he had any hazards, and he didn't want to run Clefable against my double steel types. So that's kind of the way that happens. The way the cookie crumbles or whatever.
Yeah, fuck you, Cameron.
Oh, okay. That's probably pushing it a little bit, but...
I mean, I love you, Cameron.
Seriously, Cameron, it's time
Maybe-
for a rematch.
Maybe way too
Your
far
honor's
in
on
the
the line.
opposite direction.
We'll stomp you next
No.
time you fight. Like, come on, dude.
Oh my
You got
god.
nothing on him.
Alright,
Trash,
well
bro.
that's...
They'll can beat you with a team of 3 nose pads.
That's gonna wrap up this video. You know, I'll keep uploading with each and every week. Hogman, Alias, do you have anything else that you want to say?
Yeah, Cameron, I want you to come out and fight Billy on his home turf.
Yeah, come on,
Whip
equal
staking in
rounds.
RuneScape.
Beat him at the Sand Casino.
Alright, that's the end. Recording now. What should I start the video with? I'll just...
Christ, Bill, it's yours.
Okay.
Gotta make it your own.
What's up, gamers? The Bulldozer here, back with another Fortnite gameplay video. Okay, it's a little nerve-wracking with you guys here.
Oh no. You gotta hype Billy up.
You gotta be my hype man.
We gotta talk about Billy's bullshit. Yeah, Bill, go!
Okay,